Well, 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 look who is back again. Did you miss me? You probably did not. You probably hate my fucking guts for reasons. I don't know. There's a lot of drama going on as of late. You may not see me around, but I'm always around. You get what I'm saying? Anyway, yeah, you may hear a bird in the background. I'm just teaching them to sing the very, very, very well made uh, James Bond theme, Die Another Day by Madonna, because it's clearly the best of the series. Yeah, I've just been watching a lot of Bond lately. Of course, I'm a fan of that because it's fucking James Bond. It's like, how you not love that shit? But it is a shame because knowing what may or may not happen to this series, who knows? Because we all know that our favorite franchises, that fandoms are just in the complete gutter right about now. So No Time to Die, hell, no time to release because we don't know when the hell that thing's gonna come. I guess this will be the year, finally, but we shall see. I mean, hell, even if this is the end, 60 years, 25 films, hell of a good run. And that's not even including the books, right? I mean, have you not read a James Bond novel? I would hope that you have at least one. Casino Royale was actually the very first one in that series because, well, yeah, you've seen the movie, you might get the gist of that. But yeah, I mean, I love the James Bond franchise. It is absolutely, it's just so much fun. For some people, they may not be a fan because it may be too repetitious, and yeah, I get that. But hell, I mean, a franchise like that for such a toxic male, that's so misogynistic and so white, and it's just so cool. Yeah, there's no reason why that worked for over 60 years in book form, in film form. Quite literally the biggest franchise of all time. Hell, even more than if you go from the Marvel MCU, from Iron Man to Endgame, which was 22 films, 25 films in this. I mean, that's the expansion over decades. Several different actors in the role. There's no other franchise like that franchise right there. And, oh boy, oh, yeah. I mean, Die Another Day was the first one that I'd ever really seen. I was aware of the name, the brand, and a lot of that stuff, the imagery, because when I was a young kid, before I really knew anything about it, I had the GoldenEye N64 game. I still have it in great condition because I take care of my shit. Uh, yeah, so that was technically my first exposure to a lot of the Bond stuff because I remember Die Another Day, it was playing on cable, on like HBO or Cinemax or something back in the day. And so yeah, that was the first film I had ever seen prior to Casino Royale, and leading up to Casino Royale, I was fascinated by those trailers and everything. So I had gone out, I had bought the box set, and after that, the rest was history. From then on, I marathon all those things over the course of days and days, watching that, and then going into Casino Royale, and it's just like that changed so much for me. Going forward, because Casino Royale, hell, that movie got me into learning how to play poker. Now I'm not some master poker player. I don't really, play casually, professionally. Really, I would like to. I would like to get back into that. But yeah, that movie actually had me learn to play poker, and to where I've actually watched fucking poker on television, the World Series of Poker. It's like, really, you watch that shit? It's like, yeah, I've watched that shit. Uh, so yeah, the Bond franchise has had quite an impact on my life in many, many ways. So what will happen in the future going forward? Who the hell knows? Who will play James Bond? People throw out names, what, the Tom Hardys, the Henry Cavills, and the thing about that is that, well, I feel like Tom Hardy might be too obvious to some extent. Also, I don't know if he's really quite fit for that role. There's just something about, I don't know. I don't think he's really suave in that way like James. I mean, I don't know. I don't really quite see him like a lot of the other guys. And Henry Cavill. Now I understand why many would say Henry Cavill, but the thing is for me is that Henry Cavill, I just feel like he's honestly just too big. James Bond is an average sized dude. He's fit, sure, obviously, very handsome, rugged, badass type, and I could see Henry Cavill playing the part. And yeah, I mean, I'm sure that would work just fine if they cast him tomorrow. I feel like, okay, I'm not gonna sit there and speak out against it. I'm not gonna sit there and have any major problems with it. But I just don't think that. I just think he's just too big of a guy. James Bond is just a typical size dude. He's not really meant to be like that intimidating in that sense, as a physical presence. He's just suave, he's cool, he's badass, he just has that way about him. So that's always why I've been like Henry Cavill. I'm like, I'm not so sure about that, but if they did it, then hell. I mean, but what does this mean though? What does this mean with the current state of the franchise and with this whole new character with Lynch? I'm like, what they're trying to do and with the culture, the way that it's at, it's like it's absolutely terrifying to witness for such a long running franchise. I mean, that is one thing I find absolutely hilarious. Like I was saying earlier, is that you have a franchise that's run for 60 years, 60 years next year, because Dr. No was released 1962. 60 years next year, and again, that's not including the books, of this white British dude who is a sexist, misogynist dinosaur, as Judi Dench's M put it in GoldenEye, 1995. And it's like, really? Really? Why would a franchise like that last for as long as it has with a character like that if people didn't like him? And you're going to sit there and tell me that now he's problematic? Really? You know how many decades? Hell, even you go back to even some of the older stuff from like the 60s and 70s. Some people will even say that even at the time that maybe some of the like little moments here and there were probably a bit like just like, really? I don't know. I mean, you'll have moments there, of course, dated all throughout the franchise, but hell, I mean, if something like that does not have the lasting power that it has, you know, with a bad formula. It's a formula that has worked for decades upon decades, and you have several films with all different actors. I mean, there's several points in the franchise where it could have just gone away. It just could have just faded, and it's like, okay, well, yeah, that was fun while it lasted, but hey, and it's crazy to think that just because of the general culture that we're in now, that would be the end of such a long-lasting franchise. I mean, you could be a fan or not. I mean, that's beside the point. But obviously, you look at the history and you look at the juggernaut of a franchise that it's been, and you gotta wonder. It's like, No Time to Die. Will this be the end of the franchise? I know Craig's era has been very hit or miss, but that's pretty much with any Bond actor, But with him, I would say, yeah, his best films were Casino Royale and Skyfall. Both of those are honestly top-notch films, not even just Bond films, but just films in general. I hold those in very high regard. I know Quantum of Solace is a bit subpar. It's very standard. Spectre, I know a lot of people don't like. I liked it initially. To me personally, I thought it felt a little bit more like an old school Bond film in certain ways. I haven't really watched it since I had gone to the theater and seen it. But regardless, like I said, he's made two of the better films in the entire franchise. And Skyfall, it's hard to believe, man, that even that was 10 years ago, that was highly successful. The song, even that, the Adele song, which is absolutely phenomenal. You could argue it's the best of the franchise. And it's like, you gotta wonder, it really, like just 10 years after that, after spanning decades, so much history, so much lore, and yet, could this be the end? I don't know. I know a lot more people are starting to wake up to certain things. It just seems like no one gives a shit. I mean, I walk down the street, no one cares about wearing the mask that much. Like I said, I've been in so many places now because the mandate here is you don't have to wear a mask unless a certain place enforces it, of course. But it's like, no one cares anymore. Hell, like I said, I've been barely paying attention to any of the general political shit. I know a lot of it is still like floating about, but damn, like even I'm like I've been just needing to take a break. Like I haven't been on Twitter in weeks. I'm peeking in here and there. I see everything, motherfucker. I see everything. Yeah, but I mean, it's just the way things have been, man. It's just wild. Cause like I said, I like this is just a very casual video right now. It's very much a James Bond topic video, which I wasn't really planning to do. But in the sense, I'm like, I want to talk some fucking James Bond because that's what I love. I love that shit. And just in the sense to kind of like get back into the groove of things because, like I said, I've just been working so much and like just busy, busy, busy. I'm earning my money. I'm staying busy that much more, But just to show love to the people out there, for those that actually do bother to watch what I happen to put out there. And with that, even happy birthday! I know recently to Fanzine, you out there. Like I said, I'm peeking in here and there, so I know you had a birthday recently. Shout out to you, man. Uh, yeah. With that, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and end this. I'll have some more things to come. I have various ideas. That's the thing, is that I have so many ideas and so many different things I want to try to implement and do. And this would probably have to be done across probably multiple channels, like at least like two, maybe three. But I'm just so busy, and it's hard to find the time to really do things how and exactly I want to do. Because again, I don't want to do just one thing. There's a variety of things. I just got so many different ways to go about it, and it's just trying to get there. It's very tricky, especially now with my work. I'm definitely like I said, just staying busy, but so many things I want to do, but hopefully eventually we'll get there. I know I took some time off. I probably shouldn't have, because I know how YouTube is. They're a pain in the ass. Thank you very much. So I should have at least tried to throw something out there. But I really want to focus on doing, like I said, very specific things. And it's gonna take a while. If I'll get there, who knows? But I'm definitely going to try. Anyway, that'll do it for this video. Like, comment, subscribe. I guess if you want to. I can't make you do a damn thing. If you watch the video, you watch the video. You have your own free will to do whatever the hell that you please, and that is the beauty of it. Like I have the free will to end this video and tell you all to piss right off. I'm just kidding. Okay, goodbye for now.